Hello, Scarlett. My name is Maxine Speedwell. I'm from the Littlesborough Gazette. I'm here to interview you. Ah, yes, of course, Miss Speedwell. Please, sit anywhere. Can I ask what you're interviewing me for? Oh, well, I was hoping to, ease myself into this interview, but, okay, how was your schooling experience? Well, it's a bit blurry. I remember my last day, huge crowd of people around me, and, they were all wearing black and holding white covered books. And what book is that? A Bible? Well, Ella and Teresa thought it was a Bible. I knew better though. Who are Ella and Teresa? Well, they're my best friends, Miss Speedwell. They cannot wait to be interviewed. I'm sure they are, but I would rather focus on you firstly. So let's go back to the book that Ella and Teresa considered a Bible. Do you remember the author? Well, I would give you my copy, but I'm afraid I don't have mine with me. I don't know what it was called, but I do remember the name Boris Lowell across the cover of it. Boris Lowell, the Gothic literature great? I think so. It rings a foggy bell. Do you remember, have you read any of Lowell's work? I must have, but I don't remember a single line. Well, I do actually have here Lowell's collected work, and I would want to recite a poem if that's all right. Sure. Okay. Just gonna do one poem, okay? Grave wall. Eyes of dead, they stare to future generations. Desks and tombstones, they harp at the same bodies.
Miss Speedwell, I would suggest a alternative rather than literature.
My apologies. I would try a different approach. Anyway, so tell me more about Ella and Teresa. Did you have any secret haunts at the school that you would hang around in? Of course we did. Our little group was called Death on Paper. Mm-hmm. How did you know that? Please carry on. Well, it was just the three of us. Ella Hawthorne, Teresa Davidson, and myself. And we would always sneak out onto the balcony of the secret library that's near our dorms at our high school, and we would always sneak out there during our free periods or during lunchtime. I see. And what were the type of things that you did on the balcony? Oh, all sorts of things. We would smoke cigarettes and drink beer and watch when the sun went down, because we were facing the west, so we saw the sun go down. And we would also, read up there and all sorts. And what books did you read at the balcony, Miss London?
Watch it, Miss Speedwell.
What books did you read on the balcony, Miss London? Mostly classics. Sometimes, if we were all interested, we would read the books that we were studying during our English classes. From what I can vaguely remember, we read the book about Claude Rodeo, the first book in the Virginia Mayflower series, and I believe on May 13th, which I remember 13th being the actual date because I got my period on that date, in every month in high school, and on that date, Teresa brought in the Lowell book. Do you prefer the work of Jerry Hart or Boris Lowell? I'd say they are two completely different authors, you know. Jerry Hart's books are more scary and, you know, raw, but not like depressingly dark. However, Lowell's book really gets to the heart of life and the kind of soil of life and the kind of drudginess of the human form, I guess. Did you find Lowell's work, did you find his literature confronting? I would say it was interesting, but it's definitely something I hadn't read before. It didn't depress me, but I know that it vigorously influenced Ella and
Miss
Teresa.
Speedwell, please.
I'm on a real breakthrough, okay? Just give me a chance. You were saying, their personality changed over a week. If you spoke to Ella or Teresa on May 13th, and then you spoke to them again on May 20th, you would think they're two completely different people. I didn't read all of Lowell's work, but I know that they did. And it was as if Miss Linton, are you all right? Scarlett, are you okay? Hello, can I help you? Hello, my name is Maxine Speedwell. I'm interviewing you right now. You're interviewing me? Can I ask what for? I'm talking to you about, you and your friend's connection to Boris Lowell. Oh, that's really cool. Girls, Miss Speedwell wants to interview us about Boris Lowell and our love for him. Well, I'm sure they would want to be interviewed as well, but I guess because we're sitting across from each other, what would you like to know? I was wanting to know what happened to the two of your friends. What happened on May 20th? Lowell wrote of death. His influence on my best friends was so strong. I was smart, Miss Speedwell. I wasn't so easily influenced. Ella, I remember seeing her so devastated when she found out that Lowell had died 22 years before. Miss Speedwell. Every day I live with the regret that I didn't take part in our death by papers plea. And what was that plea? It was during the last English exam. I didn't love Lowell's work so much that I wanted to meet him. Teresa and Ella wanted to. I would never forget the blazing confusion and terror in Ella's eyes when I was walking with everyone else out of the English exam room. Did you ever return to the secret balcony after their deaths? I did, but only once. It just felt wrong going there by myself. I never came back. I understand. Anyway, that's the version of, at least what happened to me. Teresa, Ella, Miss Speedwell would want to interview you next. I don't wish to cause offence, Miss Linden, but I cannot see your friends. What are you talking about? They're sitting right there. Ella, Teresa, do you want to talk to her? Don't worry, they're not gonna say anything that I didn't say. Just, you can speak to them. I'm sorry, but I cannot interview thin air. Don't be silly. Just, you can speak to them. They're just sitting over there. Girls, do you want to, you can like sit, we can bring some chairs. Just, you can stand. I'm sorry, Scarlett, but we are the only two people in this room. No, I just, you know, I've told you my turn of events. You know, you want to get 3 perspectives for your interview. They're standing right there. You can just talk to them. You are the only person who I'm interviewing about this incident. Look, Ella and Teresa, they're just standing there. They're dying to tell you their perspective on things, don't you? See, they're ready. I'm sorry, Scarlett, but
I'm sorry for intruding on your interview, Miss Speedwell, but it is time for Miss Landon's medication.
Thank you, Miss Speedwell. I'm glad to be a part of your interview, and I'm glad you took the time out of your day to come and see me. Thank you for visiting me.